We all think we know butterflies, right? We see them as these beautiful, delicate little things with wings like stained glass, flitting from flower to flower. But what if I told you they're hiding this incredible, almost alien secret? A sense that completely changes how they experience the world.
Seriously, just stop and think about that for a second. Imagine every single step you take is also a taste. You walk across your kitchen floor. Oops, tastes like spilled coffee. You step onto the lawn, and you taste the damp earth. It sounds like a wild superpower from a comic book, not something you'd find in your own backyard.
Well, guess what? For a butterfly, this isn't science fiction at all. It's just life. And this seemingly bizarre ability, it's actually the absolute key to their survival. So let's get into exactly how and why it works.
Okay, so whenever you see a butterfly land so gently on a flower, it's not just taking a little break. Nope. The moment its feet touch down, it's running a super sophisticated test. It's a taste test that happens in a blink of an eye.
The secret here is these tiny little things called chemoreceptors. You can basically think of them as microscopic taste buds, but instead of being on a tongue, they're scattered all over the butterfly's legs and feet. And that is so important because it means a butterfly tastes something the instant it lands, way before it ever decides to unroll its tongue and take a sip. This comparison really drives the point home. For us, our sense of taste is totally centralized, right? It's all in our mouths. We have to actually put something in our mouth to taste it. But for a butterfly, taste is everywhere. It's a distributed, immediate experience. They don't have to investigate. They know exactly what they're standing on the second they land. So we've got the how, but what about the why? This isn't just some random biological quirk. Tasting with their feet is a high-stakes tool, and it's essential for making some of the most important decisions a butterfly will ever face.
It really all boils down to three critical jobs: finding a safe place for its babies, sniffing out or tasting out poison, and locating the absolute best food source. For a butterfly, getting any one of these wrong could be disastrous.
Let's start with that first one, because for a mother butterfly, this is everything. Her caterpillars are unbelievably picky eaters. I mean, many of them can only survive on one specific type of plant. If she chooses the wrong leaf, her babies simply won't survive. Talk about pressure.
So the process is incredibly efficient. She lands on a leaf, her feet instantly read that leaf's chemical signature, she analyzes it, yep, this is the good stuff for my kids, and then she decides, lay the eggs or take off and keep searching. It's a brilliant system that gives the next generation the best possible shot. Of course, it's not just about finding the right plant, it's also about avoiding the wrong one. A lot of plants have evolved these chemical defenses to keep insects from eating them. Well, a butterfly's feet can detect those toxic compounds immediately, acting like a vital built-in alarm system. And get this ability is super specialized. A monarch butterfly, for example, has feet that are perfectly tuned to detect the unique chemicals in milkweed. A fruit-feeding butterfly can land on a piece of fruit and instantly taste the sugars that tell it, hey, this is perfectly ripe. They're all tasting for different things, perfectly suited to their own needs. So you might be asking, why not just use their long tongue, their proboscis, to taste everything? Well, it all comes down to one massive advantage that tasting by foot provides: pure, unadulterated speed. Think about it for a second. A butterfly out there, flitting from leaf to leaf, is incredibly exposed. You've got birds, spiders, other insects. Danger is literally everywhere. Every single second it spends sitting on a leaf, trying to figure out if it's safe, is a second it could become someone's lunch. And that's the genius of this design. Tasting on contact means the evaluation happens in a split second. It allows the butterfly to check out a huge number of plants or flowers in a really short amount of time, maximizing its chances of finding what it needs while minimizing its exposure to predators. It's a design perfected for survival. You know, when you take a step back, this one amazing fact about butterflies really opens up a much bigger idea. An idea about perception and how different creatures experience the very same world we all live in, but in completely different ways. It's so easy for us, from our human perspective, to call this weird. But from an evolutionary standpoint, it's just elegant. It is a perfect solution, shaped over millions of years, to solve the very specific problems that a butterfly faces every single day of its life.
We experience the world through our own senses, but that's just one version of reality, isn't it? As the saying goes, every creature perceives the world differently. And for a butterfly, that reality is this vibrant landscape of tastes, read through the soles of its feet.
So the next time you see a butterfly land on a flower, you'll know. You'll know it's doing so much more than just resting its wings. It's reading a complex story written in chemicals that we can't even perceive, adding this incredible hidden layer of awe to a creature we already thought was magical.
And that kind of leaves us with one last really fascinating question to chew on. If butterflies have a sense this extraordinary hiding in plain sight, what other secret sensory worlds are unfolding all around us right now, just waiting for us to discover them?